What is human subject research? By the end of this video, you will be able to understand the principle of human subject research defined under federal regulations and institutional policy. 45 CFR Part 46, Protection of Human Subjects, is the federal regulation that makes sure research involving humans is done ethically and safely. It covers things like getting informed consent, making sure participants understand what they are agreeing to, having an IRB, an ethical review board that checks if the study is fair and safe, and giving extra protection to vulnerable populations like children, prisoners, and pregnant women. In summary, it is all about respecting humans' rights and keeping them safe during research. Let's focus on some of the definitions under this regulation to understand human subject research. A human subject is a living person who is part of a research study. This happens when a researcher gets information or samples from the person, like asking questions or taking blood, and then studying them, or uses private information or samples that can be linked to that person, such as medical records or label test results. And then we have the part of intervention, means doing something physical like a blood test. Or interactions, means talking to the person like in a survey or an interview. If either of these happens, the person is a human subject, and researchers must follow the federal regulations and institutional policies to protect them. Let's talk about what research means. In simple terms, research is a planned and organized study that is done to learn something new, not just for one person or place, but to help others too. We call that generalized knowledge, information that can be shared or applied more widely. These include things like developing a new idea, testing tools or methods, or evaluating results. Even if a project is not called research somewhere else, like a service program or a demo, it can be still count as a research if it's done to learn and share knowledge. Then, based on federal regulations, human subject research involves obtaining, using, studying, analyzing, or generating identified information or biospecimens from living individuals through intervention or interaction to develop a generalized knowledge. In addition to the federal regulations, UTRGV investigators must follow the institutional policy for human subject research. This policy applies to all UTRGV investigators engaged in or assisting in human subject research. UTRGV investigators administrating human subject research, and non-affiliated UTRGV investigators recruiting and enrolling human subjects at UTRGV. In summary, investigators affiliated to UTRGV must notify UTRGV IRB if they are engaged in human subject research, which means recruiting, consenting, intervening, interacting, or having access to identifiable private information. If they are assisting in human subject research, which means designing the research or analyzing and interpreting the results. Or they are administrating human subject research and another entity is engaged in human subject research. Investigators not affiliated to UTRGV must notify UTRGV IRB when UTRGV affiliated people such as faculty, staff, or students are participants in their human subject research. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions or need any assistance, please contact the IRB via email at irb@utrgv.edu.